Welcome to Fridays with Phil. We're going to call this one the I'm Scared of a Recession edition. Our friends in the news media, CNBC, what have you, they like to constantly throw out the term recession um, and frame it in such a way that, quite honestly, it can make people fearful of investing, fearful of what could happen to the stock market in that quote unquote dreaded recession, even though we haven't had one yet. Um, so I decided to hop in and do a little research and get the facts straight and help you understand exactly what in the past has happened during real recessions, not imaginary ones. So let's look at this real quick. This is from our friends at First Trust. They put out some pretty great studies and data. Um, these are recession starts, stops. Um, I found this to be interesting. During a recession, the average return on the S&P, which we'll just call market, quote unquote market, the average during a recession has been a positive 3.8, almost 4%. Okay. So maybe that's half of the long-term average performance of the S&P. So all in all, not terrible, and especially if you take out 2008, it would be significantly better. Okay. Here's what I found most interesting as we are long-term investors. Um, let's look at after 5 years. The average return after 5 years is over 94%. Okay. Now that's just during these periods of quote unquote recessions. 94%. 10 years, 257% is the average, with the recessions starting post World War II, 1948. Um, I, you know, the past doesn't always equal the future, and of course, this is not financial advice. But what it can and does show you is how not to be fearful during times of recessions. Certainly not be fearful during times of not recessions, but to have an understanding of the long term return potential that comes out of maybe a little more unstable of a market than most people find comfortable. So again, it's facts over fear. It's not financial advice by any means, but it does give you a high level perspective of um, something to think about. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.